I swear there's a 75 hard curse.
I know people who have failed over and over again, and they end up kind of thinking of themselves like a failure.
It's nuking their sleep, which is nuking their recovery, which is nuking their hormones.
Water, to me, is one of the most underrated tips that most people miss out on.
Fitness needs to be in your life, not on top of it.
This is the biggest difference maker.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Fit, Healthy, and most of all happy podcast. I'm your coach and host, Josh, here with
His co-host and co-coach, KG, and I'm in the house.
And today we're revealing the 30-day lock-in challenge, and this is our biggest challenge ever. We have a $2,000 cash grand prize, and we're so fired up about it. We're going to be personally partaking, and everything about this challenge is designed to help you lock in, elevate your mindset, and see realistic, sustainable progress long-term with this 30-day kickstart. So a good way to think of this is like 75 hard, but better. So 75 hard, there's a lot I like about it. It's about saying, hey, you have to commit yourself to a higher standard for 75 days. If you fail, you restart. There's no gray areas. It's very firm, straight boundaries that you need to execute on and elevate to. However, there are some components of it that are very difficult, like doing an outdoor workout plus an indoor workout, the duration of time for the workouts, and then of course, navigating 75 days of doing this. I love challenges, and I think there's a great opportunity to push yourself, to elevate, to say, hey, even in really difficult situations, like, can I find a way to succeed? Even if I'm traveling all day, can I find a way to get my steps? If I'm at a unique circumstance, can I say, hey, I'm not drinking today, I'm doing a challenge? I think this makes people realize, like, oh my gosh, I've been making excuses in situations where I indeed could navigate it and see long-term progress. What I don't like about 75 hard is, I swear there's a 75 hard curse. Anyone who's had that be their entryway to their fitness journey, I don't know anyone who necessarily is in a super good spot, really consistent and really successful, because when you do this, you're like, I'm going all in. And it's easier in a sense when there's like the chaos of, I need to go to this crazy standard, I'm beating myself up for this really hard thing. I think what separates people is, can you be successful in the quiet, in the boring, in the mundane, in the week to week, the month to month? And like, fitness needs to be in your life, not on top of it. So 75 hard to me, I see as like, it's on top of your life. It's this crazy extra thing. But like I said, what after that? What about after that when you're just bored, you have no crazy goals? Like, can you keep showing up through your workouts? Can you eat a balanced amount of calories? Can you maintain a healthy physique? I don't think it conditions you for that. And that's where our challenge, we're going to walk you through all the criteria. You're welcome to do this along with us. To be actively entered in the challenge, you need to be a coaching client, because what I love about our challenges is we only open them up to coaching clients. So once again, criteria is here. If you want to participate and you want to do this, you're welcome to. You won't be eligible necessarily for the prize, but you can do this and you can challenge yourself. But we're going to get into some of the nuance of why our goals are a little more high level. But what's awesome is I'm able to help my clients before. So by signing up before, we can build a base, we can build a momentum, and then after as well, because we can say, okay, like looking at your life, your situation, what's serving you, what isn't as important. Like some people are like, hey, I've totally no issues with alcohol. I have a couple drinks. It's something I really value, and that's not something I want to cut out long term. No worries. Like, here's how you can reintroduce that. Some other people might not be able to do the step requirement consistently, and it's like, okay, how can we rework this to be realistic for your life, and where can we push and where can we pull? And I think that is what is a difference maker, and that's why we're able to help our clients succeed long term. It's like, how can we integrate these habits inside of our life instead of on top of them, like 75 hard.
And what I will say is I've been around for a very long time. I remember exactly when 75 hard was created. I even had a opportunity where I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm like, you know what? It's not for me. And so I've talked to so many people who have even failed. I know people who have failed over and over again, and they end up kind of thinking of themselves like a failure, right? And a lot of the people who end up doing it are the ones who are like trying to find that, like, I'm just like a beast and I want to share it every single day and I want to post about it every day. And, you know, it's tough because a lot of times people kind of look at it as like the last resort for their fitness. They're like, okay, well, I'm going to do this and then I've made it. And even people I know who have personally completed it, I would talk to them afterwards and they end up saying that they sometimes hate fitness and they haven't been to the gym in a while and they don't want to go for walks. And it just becomes this pretty much like this thing where you feel like you have to do it. And it's not usually the best approach. And once again, like a lot of people end up struggling afterwards when they either fail it, which is a lot of people, or when they even complete it, which is pretty crazy. But for the people who have come in for any of our challenges, what's cool is I did the math and we've done, I think it was over 12 challenges now, which is amazing. And a lot of people who end up doing it, they say, this is exactly what I needed to get started. Or if they're like halfway through with us, they're like, this is what I needed to take it up a notch, right? So if you're at the very beginning of your journey, you can do it. And that's amazing to build the habits. But also if you're halfway through, or if you've been doing it for a couple of years and you want to take things to the next level and really lock in, that's what's also amazing about it. Because I do not feel good when someone struggles. I don't feel good when someone does really good for a certain amount of time and then falls off. And that's our entire principle of what we believe in, is getting someone to succeed for the rest of their life. And that's why everything here is meant to help you become a better person and want to continue to be a better person, instead of be amazing and then just completely fall off. So I just wanted to share that point as well.
Yeah, and 30 days is very digestible, right? It's a period of time where you can push yourself, you can elevate, and you can really see change. Whereas 75, like, people would argue just be better, just do better, lock in more. Like, but it's the same with the physique. Like, people that compete in bodybuilding shows, bikini, you'll notice those people actually struggle with their general fitness. They'll look phenomenal. They'll be so all in, and then they'll gain 30, 40 pounds until they do another show. And it's like, it's so hard on the body. And we've said it before, it's not about having a weight loss problem. We've all lost weight. We've all seen change. We've all been locked in. The differentiator is like, can you stay fit? And one of my clients said this about me and Kyle. It's like, you guys always look good and you always look consistently a little bit better. There isn't massive swings where you're super out of shape. And this is through us, different seasons of life, doing different things, navigating challenges. So anyways, that's our preamble. And like we said, that's where these criteria, we got 5 criteria here that we truly believe will help you elevate no matter where you're at in your journey, whether you're a total beginner, whether you're expert. And like we said, there's a great opportunity to take a step back from some things for 30 days to elevate some things and then see where they fit in your life. So first and foremost, we got no alcohol or cheat meal. So this is kind of like 2 in 1. So I do apologize a bit for that, but no alcohol is one we've struggled with including, because I know alcohol is such a component of people's lives. And there's always, oh my gosh, it's my sister's wedding this month, I can't not drink, or I'm going to the beach, or we're going to the trailer this weekend, or there's always a reason to drink, right? And like, for us, we just like to say, hey, it's 30 days. Can you step away from this thing? Can you find a way to say, hey, I can still have a great time. I can still be with people. I can take a step away from it. And we like highlighting this one in particular because I think it's just so ingrained with society. And alcohol obviously is an anti-nutrient. It causes you to eat more. It can spill you over the next day. It can kill your energy. And I think not enough people take a critical look at it. So cutting that out, and I think this is the #1 physique killer. I know a lot of people that do a lot right. They eat well, they train hard, but they just drink too much. They're storing extra visceral fat. It's nuking their sleep, which is nuking their recovery, which is nuking their hormones. Like, it just becomes this big mess. So to me, it's like, can you take a step away from this for 30 days? And like, there will be challenges. You're going to have to say no sometimes. You're going to have to explain. And I think with that, you can get a self-confidence, because if you're listening to this, some of my clients will say, I love these challenges because it gives me a reason to not drink. And I feel guilty saying, oh, I don't want to drink, or telling the waiter, I'm just going to have water, thank you. Or a friend to say, hey, I'm not drinking tonight. But instead, I think this gives you the opportunity to say, I don't need to just drink just because people say I need to. And you can have that critical reflection. And then cheat meals is more vague in the sense of, you say, okay, what is a cheat meal? Am I allowed to have a Subway sandwich? The way we see it is if you're effectively hitting your protein and calories, which is our next criteria, and obviously being on good protein and calories, and you're doing things with reason. So our goal with the no cheat meals isn't for you to never have anything fun. Right away, that would cause you to not succeed. If Kyle wants to have an ice cream cone, there's a big difference between him having a scoop or two, logging it in, having it fit within his 80/20, and him reaching into the freezer, grabbing that massive liter, whatever it is, tub of ice cream and just going at it and fitting it into his calories. They're two very different things. One is intentionally you enjoying something, fitting it in, doing it with balance. And as long as you're hitting your protein and calories, that's fine. But it's also very different if you're having a whole tub and then you're just having protein shakes and that's all you've eaten that day. That's a cheat meal. We know there's a clear difference between doing things with intention and balance. If I want to have a burger, that is not a cheat meal. I will make it fit within my calories. I'm going to be reasonable with the sauces. I'm going to pick one that's higher in protein, that's healthier, like a top sirloin burger. Very different than me having a triple patty with cheese and bacon. And so that's where that personal distinction comes in. And we like letting people learn to do this themselves. And I prefer this over a hard rule. Like if I say no sugar for a month, you're going to lose weight. You're going to consume less calories. It's going to default you to eating more whole foods, and like voila, you're going to look better. But the second the challenge goes, the sugar comes back, the weight comes back. So you'll see where here we want you to learn to eat more intentionally and to eat with balance and to say, hey, I can still have fun foods. I can still be in a challenge, but I can still see progress.
And that's what's so important you need to think about with this challenge is it needs to be to the point where you see amazing progress, but by the end of the 31 days, you're not just like, oh my gosh, I need to do this. I need to go have so-and-so fill in the blank like other challenges, right? You've earned it. You've done amazing. Most people will lose 5 to 12 pounds. I've had someone lose 15 pounds in a challenge and it's incredible. But once you reach the end of it, it's not like, oh, I need to go do this. Even drinking, most people, when they stop it, they're like, wow, I feel better from not doing this. I feel incredible. I want to keep this up. Like that's what the majority of people end up saying. And that's why I love all the criteria here. And I'm glad Josh mentioned the hitting protein and calories because that is such an important part of this entire process to actually get you to see change. It's actually hitting the proper amount of protein based off of what your goals are, as well as the overall calorie intake. And so using myself as an example, I'm going to probably have a goal to lose about 5 pounds. I'm going to set my protein to be just about 1 gram per pound of body weight that I weigh. So I'm about 170 pounds and I'm going to aim for about 170 grams of protein. I'm going to make sure my calories are in a deficit to the point where I'm losing just over a pound per week and everything else is in line with what I want to accomplish. Now, the biggest thing is that most people, and this is where the accountability will be so powerful. So every one of my coaching clients, I'm going to be setting their calories, I'm going to be setting their protein, and week to week based off of the check-ins, I'm going to make the adjustments based off of how the scale is moving, how they're feeling, how their strength is, how their energy is, how their food satisfaction is, and all that great stuff. And this is where it makes such a big difference is having that accountability and support, because a lot of people who end up just navigating saying, okay, cool, I'm going to listen to Kyle, I'm going to hit my calories and my protein. A lot of people, they don't end up being consistent with it. They're not as accurate. And they also don't really know when to make changes based off of how the journey's going. But this alone is something that has really changed my life. Is every single day I try to hit my protein and my calories no matter what. And all of this criteria here, I truly attribute to the things that has really shaped who I am. And it just honestly has absolutely changed my life. And that's why I really want you to take this piece of criteria and everything we're sharing seriously, because I truly believe if people do this for the rest of their life, they can absolutely do it and they'll see some incredible results literally for the next decade and the next decades to come.
Yeah, it's teaching you I can do this. When there's a weekend and it's a little more difficult, like I can say, hey, I'm only eating half the sandwich, so all I have the calories for. I had a big lunch. I'm going to leave it there. It's you saying, hey, I'm going to have this dessert, but I need to log it in. I need to be intentional. And like, it's just showing you, hey, I can have balance. You can live a life. You can go to dinner. You can see friends. You can do all these different things just the same, but you can still see progress and you can do it for 30 days. And when you do it for 30 days, you start to realize like, oh shoot, this actually isn't as hard as it is. Whereas if you're a yo-yoer and every weekend you tell yourself I'm going to do it and you don't, this is how you can break the cycle. And like Kyle said, though, the differentiator here is you need to be on the right calories for you. And what we love about doing this with clients is we have clients who do this who are bulking, who are cutting, who are maintaining. And you need to be on enough calories where you're reaching your goal, you're feeling fed, you're feeling energized, your workouts are quality. And that's where like having a coach one-on-one enhances this so much more, because we can get into the weeds with this. We can help you plan and support for the different events and give you active coaching one-on-one for your particular situation. Because if you're on the wrong calories, you're going to be destined to fail. Let's be honest here.
Yeah. And this is actually this is the biggest difference maker. I was just thinking of some people who'd be like, okay, I'm hitting my calories and protein. You're a 170-pound female that's looking to lose weight. You want to lose 20 pounds over the next little bit. You have 70 grams of protein, 2,900 calories, and you're not as accurate. You're just not going to be able to truly see the change you're looking for. Your protein's too low, your calories are way too high. And that's where truly like it makes such a big difference having that support. If you are looking to get that one-on-one support as well, this is your absolute last chance to join us here. There's going to be a $2,000 cash grand prize as well as a guaranteed prize upon completion that you've completely earned. Just message us saying challenge to Instagram at Colossus Fit, COLOSSUSFIT. And we can't wait to have you join us and join our amazing community for this as well.
Yeah. And you're basically getting access to this challenge for free because what you're signing up for is coaching. And that's what I care care about more, is me helping you on a higher level, creating a custom routine for you that's periodized. It's designed to help you not waste any time in the gym, see the best results possible, learn how to eat 80/20, getting in the nitty gritty with setting the best possible macros for you, giving you the accountability, learning your goals, learning your challenges, your situation. We will guide you through all that actively through this challenge. And that's where, like, if you don't sign up, you're welcome to do this, and I really wish you well. But like, this paired with the coaching is just like this explosive catalyst. Like, this is a 1+1=3 thing here, because when you have these tied together, like, it just becomes limitless. They really compound nicely, and it's really teaching you like the tenets of what we believe and what we teach our clients, to where you can actually fit coaching and health into your life and not have it be a burden, but also something that sticks. And with this challenge, there are aspects of it that will require a little bit more out of you. An example of that, 10,000 steps a day. There's days it's going to be easy. You have a lot of time, you go on walks, you're on the treadmill, you're chilling. No problem. There's going to be days it's harder, where you're slammed, you're being pushed around, you're going to have to be more intelligent about. For me, my secret weapon, I'll tell you right now, is getting a big walk in the morning. When you're ahead, it's a lot easier. It's a lot scarier when you look down at your watch and you're 3,000 steps and there's only 2 hours left in the night, because you're like, oh, I got to get working, or I'm pacing on the spot or something like that. But it's a nice opportunity to say, hey, I'm going to make movement a priority in my life. And I'm a little taller, so actually I think it's better if you're shorter. But for me, realistically, I think 10,000 steps is about 90 minutes of good walking, roughly. So for me, I can look how I want to put that in my day. It can be on top, it can be integrated. I can pace in between my sets. I could go on smaller, short walks. I can go on longer, big walks. And you can really kind of evaluate what that will be for you. But we find 10,000 is doable. It is indeed a challenge. But if you intentionally go on one long walk or 2 short walks and you're active throughout the day, you park a little further away, you will achieve this number. And by bringing up your movement, it's going to help you burn more calories. It's going to help you lose more fat. It's going to help you feel more energized. It's going to do a lot of wonders for you. So this is an awesome add-on here.
Yeah, and when it comes down to hitting this step number, it doesn't happen by accident. You just don't wake up and just say by the end of the day, oh, I've just hit 10,000. You have to be intentional. You have to plan it out. A lot of people like to also do mini walks, maybe even creating a habit after a meal. I'm just going to go out there and get some good digestion, which would be like a good 5 to 15 minute walk. Like, really getting out of your comfort zone, it is going to be incredible. And I find this is such a great catalyst when paired with the calorie intake. It's going to help you move more. Therefore, the deficit will be greater and you'll be able to see some amazing progress. So that's why we like having the nutrition goals paired with the overall movement goal as well, to help you speed up the process. And next up, this is an amazing piece of criteria we're also including, is going to be 1 liter of water per 50 pounds that you weigh. So if you're 200 pounds, you're going to have 4 liters of water. If you're 100 pounds, you're going to have 2 liters of water. We've always struggled with this in terms of giving the actual best criteria based off of each individual and who they are. And Josh came up with this, and I thought it was absolutely incredible, because everyone's so unique and everyone's so different in terms of how much they should actually have. So when we did the math, we realized that this was a phenomenal amount to kind of just go off of in terms of just an overall water intake based off of your body weight. And so honestly, water to me is one of the most underrated tips that most people miss out on. They just say, oh yeah, I know I need to drink more water, but then nobody actually does it. So keep track of your water. Use this alone. You'll end up having less juice. You will end up having less garbage. You'll end up feeling fuller. It's just one of the greatest habits you can ever create that most people end up overlooking. And you have to make sure that you're hitting the proper amount each day.
Yeah, and we've thought very critically about this criteria. So picture this. You've had no cheat meals. You've had a balanced diet. You've had no alcohol. You've done 10,000 steps. You've got your protein in. You've drank your water. You're hydrated. Tell me you don't feel amazing. Like, that is a good day. And like, it's these good, boring days that really push you forward. And that's where, join us for this. Don't miss out. And like, having a coach to hold you accountable to this, because you might love all this and be like, heck yeah, I'm going to do it. 2 days go by and you get one tough situation where you're busy and you're like, I'm not going to get my steps in, heck with it, right? And that's where too, like, gunning for, we got a $2,000 cash grand prize for best transformation. The way it works too is, as a coaching client, when you sign up, it's a 90-day accelerator. So when you join, even if you don't succeed and you fail, you have the opportunity to run it back. If you fail one of the days, you start from the beginning with the 30 days. And once you complete 30 good days under your coach, you are going to get one of our limited edition t-shirts, a varsity edition t-shirt. It's awesome. It looks so good. I can't wait to rep it. We're just getting them made right now. So like you have this extra motivation, you have this community behind you, you have a coach with you. Like the fuel is just there for you to be an amazing routine this September. So do not miss out. Message us challenge. Please join. And like for the last criteria I want to share, like for me personally, I just thought when I've been the most ripped, I've felt the most fit, I've been the most excited about my journey, I've done a little bit extra. I've pushed myself. I've challenged myself. So the final criteria is to every day either do a bonus dedicated ab workout, stretching, or cardio. So every single day you're doing a little bit of extra time, and it doesn't need to be anything radical. This can be 5 to 10 minutes, whether you spend some intentional time stretching while you do some bonus abs, or where you do a dedicated cardio. For example, when I really want to shred out, I just love Tabata and I love skipping. So what I'll do is I'll skip really hard for 10 seconds as fast as I can. I'll rest for 20 and I'll run like 8 to 12 cycles of that. And it's a tight like 4 to 6 minutes, but it's a really nice intentional boost to me with cardio. And of course with HIIT, you know, you're getting all the benefits with that, the elevated heart rate. It's absolutely fantastic. It's great interval training. Same with abs, same with stretching. Like it just locks you in. It makes you feel like an athlete, and it's a really fun thing to do for 30 days. And what you'll notice after this challenge is the habits might stick. You might just find yourself being like, I'm going to go do some stretching, or I'm going to spend some more time doing a little bit more abs, a little bit more core work, or I want to celebrate with some more activity. Like where can I go play volleyball? I'm going to play some extra pickleball, or go biking, rock climbing, whatever you want it to be. Take the dog on another walk. I think there's such a nice opportunity here. So this is curated around sustainability. It's going to be freaking amazing. We're so excited to announce it. And please join us for this. Like, I can't wait to have you do this. Like, as your coach, I'm going to do everything to make you a winner. I think for you, it's a great opportunity to invest in yourself, have coaching, have a challenge, have excitement behind you. So be sure to DM us on Instagram at ClossFit saying challenge. Once again, it starts September 1st, so do not hesitate. Send me that DM. So we can't wait to have you join. This is going to be freaking amazing. I know I just said, but I'm actually so fired up. So thank you for tuning in today and learning more about our challenge. We're so proud of this. It's going to be our biggest one ever. It's absolutely crazy. So we can't wait to have you join. Shoot us that message at ClossFit, say challenge. We'll see you tomorrow for Fired Up Friday. Peace.